So, we say matam so yam leitabani na ay na aigi class में हमसे सुती ना yam so एक तासन बा अंतुकी सुमाइना video खर्च से अपने mathematical physics की part में advanced probability theory. So far, what have we done? अहानबदा अखुना तंबदु combinatorial analysis, rules of counting करमाइना count awani what kani the permutations and combination karam kana kaisin aba khotpa mayamam tamgi adugi matungda koina lakhidu probability ki matangda probability masam mayama koi random experiment ki sample space ki events ki then concept of probability lakpani dagi important theorems on probability mayamam yengi ko koina dagi conditional probability independent events based theorem makal mayamam yengi sigi matung tarakpada akoi kari yengre akoi ni yengre se I think random variables की matangda natra random variables की matang yengi discrete probability distribution oiba discrete nataba continuous kangugi then joint distribution kangugi karam haina probability distribution function lakani magi function no kamai hot kani arai ba mayam yengre assignment bi badasu yaugibani next ngasi aina kentakna tananing isina it's on expectation mathematical expectation ki matangda oidoiba ai irakke amukta simutsira mutlarageda dum thamageda sigisiso so mathematical expectation definition jo dum irage ko dum so now this is an important concept in probability and statistics mase my means expectation mathematical expectation is kanai or my atopa maming hai targadi expected value tengramani physics ki jaga mayamda and simply expectation is higher icon so for a discrete random variable, let's say capital X, having the possible values x1 up to xn bugyan lage magi possible values में हमसे sigi expectation the expectation of x is defined as my definition the x1 -1 probability of x equal to x1 plus x2 gimu matang lagran samlapna dum irage xn how x equal to xn the summation sign da koina toxi x gn thamage ko p loitan gadi z non to z koina how is 1 the key and summation of x p x of z going from 1 to n or equivalently akoina kai bi ai if sumna even sum inner f of x f of x j and is my the expectation of x going mayamna samni nabze minus so samna summation of x fx. See, the understood term is the last summation is taken over all approximate values of x. X ki oyaba values loimak kanara matungda ne sigi keno is. So let this be question number 1 and 1's any matagum oilasi and is minus 2 oilasi. Silated na. Special case of sigi 2's. 2's special case. I kada ila ino de higher as a special case of 2 sigi 2's where the probabilities are all equal. Probability in loy manaraba. Car minus hamma iya gebo sumana 1, 2 up to and divided by magi masing n. Si bunya koina arithmetic min or simply min nan haini do sinatra. Or simply min. So if x takes on infinite number of values x1, x2, infinity dana, then expectations e of x expectations is in matakta is a summation tauma tamzida 1 gi infinity book set kidoine. Natra 1 infinity book set kidoine provided that infinite sequence or infinite series converges absolutely. For a continuous random variable, summations in a discrete kitare na. Sidai sida akoina for so I like for a continuous random variable x having density function f of x. The expectation of x is defined as e of x equal to integration logini x f of x dx. See, infinity answer lamnina integral se akoi converges absolutely with domico sigise. So mayamna toina haina bakara panhoge ihoge so already no issue since I know what them the expectation of x is very often called the mean of x and is denoted by mu x or simply mu. simply mu. So minor. When the particular random variable is understood. Means na min gi arthasically no already. The mean or expectation of x gives a single value that x is a representative or average of the values of x. That's all. Sige maram sina ni ma se kain su khang nei ma se akoi measure of central tendency mani and su khang nei atop su koi tor khini ko other measures will also be considered later on. So yam sam na question am tang what say question je ani rakke aduga what say question e was some ban padoi jana me I guess say question number 1. Suppose that a game is to be played with a single die assumed fair. In this game, a player wins ₹20 if a 2 turns up. 2 doladi lupa kun phangani dagi lupa nifu phangani kai tholadi if a 4 turns up. Loses mange ₹30 if 6 turns up. While the player neither wins nor loses if any other phase turns up. Sige expected find the expected sum of money to be 4. So the direct sum daudune koi gise discrete oire toan leizare ibu sang kisira nesibo solution da so x random variable giving the amount of money won or any won on any toss. So to be won what to say x random variable giving amount of money won on any toss. Any toss x da loina chalada umi. The possible amounts won when die turns up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 x1, x2, x3, x4, x5, x6 values 1 thola gana possible amount possible amounts x1 values 1 thola gana x1, 2 thola gana x2 and so on. 6 thola gana x6. See mongzida lehelase moigi probability mayam zina probability of this are koi f and e gram f of x1, f of x2 and rasi and so on. Hey, some either go I some sumain. Other target expected magi value expectations combined of the notion. Here a line about visualize top of the here a line about the toxerum ge taruk natra taruk shida xi gamma my probability gamma thange 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 in roboto magi manangam do kam kan the no rupees 20 gamma natra rupees 40 gamma and then 6 thola gana minus 1 thola di 0 2 thola di phange 3 thola di 0 4 thola di rupees 40 phange 5 thola you can 0 then 6 thola gana minus 30 hoidone probability hoita gadi 1 thola by probability is 1 by 6 ni 2 thola by probability 1 by 6 natani then probability that any of them turns up is 1 by 6 either. After all, it is a fair dice. Fair dice. See like target the line music. Expectation. Searching must the me again. E of x pada ahan bagi d x1 f of 1 x2 2g 3 asyam sangi jo limda 3g 4g 5k and charge no khanga mani da kamai ta no 6k f6 going to music and basic 0 ni 1 by 6 20 1 by 6 1 by 6 is a common log for what be because it is on hang na ba hai dana tori by the sang sum tori by the masite mang bin minus 30 la ka do ba see when simplify to matam da ai answer ka ne hai ta ka dan ni have the e record hi so the player can expect to win rupees 5. In a fair game, therefore, the player should be expected to pay rupees 5 in order to play the game. See the expectation karmaina lakani hai. So example amtang se we'll see one more. Then continuous key. Noi pause ga dum ga no to ko ai desire sing recording section tham lai vai jo data am ga no to ni na question 2 the density function of a random variable x is given by one of the f of x equal to 1 by 2x mase 0 ka 2 gi mark le kanda aduga 0 taba otherwise Sigi expectation puthok se sigi random variable x sigi magi density function sumai lerm taragadi kamai hotkani edo adum holage question 9 question find calculate ka tharoi ge the expected value of x is e of x equal to minus infinity is x f of x dx simagni ko koi na simagni ko ina irise segi continuous ki expectation value ki formula equal to मासे कदाई दे कदाई थमो है मुश्किल बा x से कनाई मनुंग दा range 0 दकी 2 की मनुंग दा लेता है गदी f of x ना assume तौदुरिबा omzi half of x dx मासे की 0 तादो में होत लियाओ द फिर है को so si simplify तो we wrong in line ना 1 by 2 से थंग दो रहे this is x squared dx 3 layer makana 3 layer and then half this is 0 ga 2 ga natra d1 by 3 is 6 8 minus 0 kutana right ka 4 by 3 tar mane ko lore sida sina na like density function pira makana 0 what pasina yana like so ina masa agalake masa mathang dana function of random variables ki yengsi video se minute kun okay sida loisalage video ma